Today is 3rd December. We'll start with our project events management, and then we'll do some object-oriented JavaScript, and if time permit, we'll do some problems. So this is the 3 things which we may do today. So as we discussed, we have to build the home page, we have to build the ad page, and we have to build the search box. And most of things we have already done in the crude project, so I'll be copying and pasting the things. Let's start. So build the top navbar here, and let's see how it looks. So this is the top bar. I will not put search in the top bar because we have the search on the left side, which we will take into consideration. So I'll delete the search part. There is form part here. Okay, so search part is gone, and we'll update this. We'll update this name after some time, and the link to that one. Right now I see the home page, and let's build the ad page first, because the first person will come. He wants to add the data to the events. Okay, so let's build the ad page. This is my project 10 with the ad pages like this. Okay, so let's try to create the ad page. So what fields we need for the ad page? Okay, so let's delete all first. We'll build from the scratch. We'll copy paste though, but we'll build from the scratch. I don't want to write everything again, so I will copy paste, but first I'll make it empty, and then I'll put one line by line in the ad page. So if I go to add, I see the ad page. So let's modify this page now. I can say create new event. Okay, so this is a create new event, and then we have to add the fields. Okay, so what fields we have to add? So let's go to this one, and we'll grab the one by one line from this one. So one thing which we need is a parse. So I'll take this parse one. And I'll the parse line. Second thing, I need the alert and loading. So I'll get the alert and loading also. Next thing is I need the button. So I'll get the button also from the import statement. Okay. So now we have to build the form. So for building the form, we need the title. And so for title, we need the input box. So let's go and grab the input box. So here we have the input one. I'll grab this input and put it in my project. So one thing, we got the input one. Second thing, we need a description. For that we need the rich text editor, and I'll grab the rich text editor import statement and I'll put it here. Next thing I want is the venue, that is the location box. So either I can use the location box or the location map to get the exact menu. So let's try to put the location map now, because in CRUD we put the location box. Now let's put the location map here. So let's go and grab the location map. What is this one? No, this is the file. This is location box. And let's check this one. Okay, this one is location map. Okay, let's put the location map in our project now. Okay, and then we have other things. Let's first put all these three, then we'll put all other things also. Okay, so for input box, I'll go and I have to use the table name, and table name will not be changed. So I'll put this table name above the function part. So I will not use the, so let's put table name here. If it changes, then I can put inside the function, but it is a constant and it will not change. Maybe we can say project events. Okay, so we'll put all records in this project, in this table. Okay, so this is the table name, and this is the initial data, which may change if I am on the edit page. So let's put the initial data here. So initial data, we have to say what will be the initial data. One will be the title. So let's put the title. Second will be the description. Third will be the location map. So location is fine for that one. Next one will be the categories. Equal to, it will be array. Then will be the start date. So I can say event start date. So I will be using this table name for different projects also. For example, if I go here in the Craigslist, so I will not create separate table for different thing. Like if I build some activities, I'll be using the same table name. If I'm using general, I'll be using same table name. Local news, I'll be using same table name. So project events is not right word. Let's name it project nodes. Let's consider each one as a node. Okay, so I will use nodes. So I will say event start date, and the event start date will be something. I will update it after in some time. What it will be the default value. Right now I'm putting empty string, but we'll change it. Then we will have event end date. Okay, so this is the next one. Then contact details. So the person who is creating. So generally we have the message box also, where person can message one to this owner, which we will build soon. But right now let's make the contact details so he can share his phone number or email and whatever he wants to share. Next will be the tags. So tags will be something which we will uh, which we will use. So which we will use the tag name. And what will be the tag name? The property. Let me think on this one. 1 second. So, right now I put this empty one. Let me think on this whether it should be. I think it should be array. Yeah, let's make this array. Or let's make this string only. Yeah, let's make this string so that I can search in directly in one string. So I can put const table name inside this function or outside. It doesn't really matter. Okay, so you can put inside or outside. It doesn't really. It's not a. Since I don't want to change it, I can put outside also, but I can put inside also. It's one and the same thing. You know, I was putting user outside and it was giving problem few days back, and I moved the user part inside the function because user changes kind of thing based on the user logged in user, but this table name will never change it. So we can put inside and outside both the places. Either way is fine. But with the user case, we have to put inside. Outside will not work. So all other projects we have table name inside it. So I said it doesn't really matter in this case. I can put inside and outside. Either way is fine. So here in this case I'm putting outside. So now I put the tags and I put this as string. I'll think on little bit on this one after some time. Right now let it be as string, right? Okay. Okay, next will be so for what I'm building the Craigslist. So though I'm building events page, my whole website will be the events. So tomorrow I'll make the page one, for example, my whole website will be the page, but internally the table is same. And what is the table? The table is project node. So I won't be telling users that I am creating same table for all different projects. So person will come my event website and he will see only events. And next time he will come in my sale website, he will see all items for the sale. So externally he will see only the sale items, but internally it will be taking only one table. So I will not be creating multiple tables. I can create multiple tables also if I want to to differentiate between these two or these two kind of thing. It depends on how you want to design. If you feel that this one table is not good because too many items will come and the table will become larger, then you can create a different one. But if you want, you can create a single table and get the data for all of them. Okay, so it depends on how you want to do it. For example, for my case, I am thinking to create only the one table for all my website. So though the website is different, I have, for example, activities website, but internally the table will be same. So to differentiate between the different website, whether it's the event or classes or activity, I need one field. So I'll name this field as node type, for example. So this node type will be here hard coded to events. And if I'm building the website activities, I will make this node type to activities. So this should be unique one to this website which I'm building events. And if I build another one, I will change it to activities or pets or whatever I want. So this is the node type. So this all consists of the data. This all will give me the all the key fields for my current project. Okay, let's now move to. Okay, so we are done with the initial data. Let's take this form value and I put it here after this one. So what we are doing here, we are constructing variables for the page. Okay, and we will having more variables coming here. After variables, we will use the React use effect. So I will say use effect for initialization. So anything I need to initialize on a page load will come here using the use effect. And then here we will have functions to handle the form data. So the functions will be like on change behavior or on submit behavior, and these are the functions will come here. Okay, so this is the part of the functions. What else? Let's do this. I'll set the error and loading part also here in the variable construction. So right now I'll just create the handle submit. I'll put the content later. So one will be the handle submit. And then another one will be this one, handle change with name. So here the idea is if I want some name with the value, I will use the handle change with name. I will use another function also, handle change. Here I'll get the event, and event will be the value will come as event.target.value and name will come as event.target.name. So if I have to use that one, I will use this function. So either this will be called or this will be called depending on my component. So in some cases I will call handle change, which will take E only, and everything will come in the event. In some cases we'll get like in this text area we'll get the name and the value pair. So I will try to handle both the cases here. Okay, so let's console log the form values. Let me check now. Okay, so I'm getting all this one. Okay, node type is events. So if you see, everything is inside my clients folder, and I have to this dot file only for my editor purpose, and these are not the required files. This is only for formatting my file. These are the required. And outside this client folder, I'll be building a Node.js server. Okay, so let's do that, and we will not use it today, but I will build some Node.js application outside this client, because this my website will run on Node.js, and so that for that I need to build a Node.js server, and Node.js server will lie outside this client folder. So I have the complete React folder. Inside that I have the client folder, and here I will build the Node.js application. So to build the Node.js application, first I'll create one file called as index.js. This index.js will have the code for the Node.js, and my server will run inside this index.js. And I will start the Node.js application by, I will fill this index.js in few days, slow by slow, one by one thing in this file. Right now I'll just build the Node.js application, the start of Node.js application. I'll go to the terminal. So I'll see pwd is the folder where I am. And if I do ls, I will see I have the folder client inside it. So if you have not built this structure as I explained that in your project, I told you to create the client folder. If you have not done it, then you can do it now also. You create one folder and put client folder inside it, because all my React code will go inside this client folder, and all my Node.js code will go outside this client folder. Okay, so the structure should remain as it is one. Otherwise, it will break in future. So if you have done only client one, not the complete React, so you can create today complete React, and inside that you move your client folder, and this client folder have all the React.js code. So how to build the Node.js one? So we start the Node.js application by saying npm init. When I say npm init, it will ask me a few questions, and I have to answer them. Okay, let me start again. Okay, let's start npm init. So it's asking me package name. I'll just press enter. I'll take the default values, whatever it is. Okay, so once I put all guesses yes, you will see a package.json file is created, and it has some predefined values. So this file is created for the Node.js, and it is needed for the Node.js purpose. And so we can build the Node.js application here in my index.js file. Now index.js file, I have to create the node server, which I will do gradually in few days, or maybe tomorrow, or maybe some other day when the time will come. So right now you will see I have the two files, one index.js which is created by me, and another one is a package.json which is created automatically when I said npm init. And the first step in Node.js is we have to run the npm init to create this package.json file. Okay, so that's the step which we'll do. That's Node.js which we'll do in few days. Okay, now I am in the add one, and I create a new event, and I put few functions, and I put few of the fields. I will add all other fields also, like venue. This is all things will come soon. So let's start with the input one title. So if I go to title is here. Okay, so this is the thing which we use for the title. Okay, so right now I'll not use the form, but I can use it in later if I need it. Right now I don't need it. I will use the button to submit it, so I don't need the form one right now. Only I'll take input one, and also I'll take error and loading part. Okay, so first will be the posting title. So name will be the title as this one, and the user will see posting title. Enter posting title. So it's a text format, and we will take the title, and when someone will fill it, we call the handle change, which is nothing but this one. Okay. Let's see what is coming here. So you got the posting title. I cannot change it because I have not written the code to do that. I have not written the code inside this. Okay, second thing which will come here is posting description. Okay, so to have the posting description, I'll be using this rich text area, and here I'll say change with the name, and his name will be the description. Placeholder will be enter posting description, and title will be posting description, and form value will be description. Okay, so I got the posting description also here. Next will be the location map. Let's put that one. So I will put the location. So let's call the location map like this. And right now I'm passing the default latitude, longitude. Let's remove the default one. I'll just pass empty one. So here I'll say venue, and this will be the location. So the name will be the location. So this field name will be the location, and the title, main title will be, okay, so like let's see what should I put. So it's a venue. Let's put the main title as venue, and here I'll say location. Venue details. Okay, let's check now. So this is my venue details. So this one I have to really change by changing this location. So I can say, maybe I can say San Francisco. Okay, so this is my venue location. I can move this to wherever I want. Maybe I'll say here. Okay, so this is my venue location which I selected. Okay, so next will be the, what is the next field? Next field will the categories. So for categories I need the check boxes. So let's see the check boxes. Where I have used check boxes. This is select. This is input area. I don't need input. Let's go here. Here I have used the checkbox. So I need checkbox in array. And let's check this one. I'll import this statement. This is my checkbox. And okay, so let's take the checkbox is the array kind of thing. And to handle checkbox, you will see we have the name value field. So I will not create another function because I will use the function which has the name value pair. So I'll use this checkbox and array. Okay, so I'll check checkbox and array, and when someone will change this checkbox, I will use this one and will change with name. Okay, so this will, and the name will be categories. I'll say choose the category that fits best, and the value will be form value dot categories. And here I'll choose options. So what options I should put? Okay, so we have the category like art and film. Let's copy it from that one. And the value will be art underscore film. Or I can keep the value same. Let's keep this same. Next is the career. Next is charitable. Next is competition. Next is dance. I'll take all and put it there. Let's copy this one. Fitness, health, food and drink, free, Kids friendly, kid friendly. And it's music, outdoor, and this is for sale. Then there is singles. Then there is a tech. We can add more because this is something given by Craigslist, but we can add more categories if we want. Okay, so these are the categories. Let's check this one. Okay, so these are the categories. Choose the category that fits best. Right now we have on separate line. We can edit the CSS or the HTML part to make it on the, in the same, in different, in row wise also and column wise also. Okay, what next? What is the next one? Event start date. So for that we need the date one. So let me see where I have used the date. Okay, I use date time here. So let's use this one. So let me add date and time. Okay, and then so the new date will be like this. So initial date I have to put, otherwise that new date will give error. So I have to put some default date. It will be the current date. And I can use date time like this. Let's use date time. So this will be my start date event. So what is it called? Event start date. Event start date. I'll say start date, and this is the event start date, and I'll add another one for end date. Okay, so we have the start date and the end date. Then will be the contact details and the tags. So both will be, so for this date and time, if you see date and time, we have used the function with the name and value. So I have to use the function which has the name and value, that is this one, handle change with name. So instead of this one handle change, I'll rename it to handle change with name. Okay, so we'll change the name as we see here. Okay, what is the next one? And next one is the contact details. So I'll copy this input part, paste it here, and I have to say what is the field name, contact details. I'll change this to contact details, Here I'll say contact, add your contact details like email. Here, I will not write down here. Here I'll say only contact details. Here I'll say enter your contact details like email or phone number. Okay, so he will put whatever he wants to display to the user. And this will call handle change. And last one will be the tags. I will let him know for search purpose, enter comma separated tags for search. So I have the form completed. Here I have contact details and then I have the tag. So user will put that how my event is related. So this event is related. Related tags will become like this: cricket, comma, holiday, comma, event. Whatever I want in search, I will use this one here. Okay, so this one is fine. Okay, let's see button. Let's add the button. And button type will be button, and I will submit. And on click of this button, I will call handle submit. So this handle submit will be called on the click of the button. So this is the initial part of this one, add part. So after we fill this form, when user will click the submit button, I will make sure all the fields are I'll make sure all the fields are filled, kind of thing. Okay, so and that thing we have to make sure. So we need to use the validate kind of thing. So this is the validate package which makes sure that all the fields are up to date. So this is the documentation which I will use. Is doctor, is passport number. This is one, I think, validator, and another thing is validate.js. Okay, so both are good. Let me check this validator. So there are a lot of utilities available on internet to validate it. So it's saying use validator, or we can use different one as email and all other things. So there are few, and I will use one of them. Okay, so whatever I'll tell you in few days which one I'm using it. I'll go through few documentation of few of these validator and see which one is the best. Currently in my old project, the live project which I used a few months back, I used this one, validate.js. But now I'll go through again and see which one I feel better. I'll use that one. Okay, that's fine. Let's go to now. Okay, let's complete this form part. we'll update these two functions. So as we have, so we created one in the 00. So this is the handle change with name. I'll just use this one. So I use this one, and for this one handle change, I have to use this one, to number. So this is the handle change. Okay, so this one I'll use for the handle change one. Let's see if I'm able to use it. Okay, I have test. Okay, I'll just check all fields are coming in this one. So we have the categories in an array. Then we have the contact details, description, event end date, event start date, location is coming properly. Node type is event tags and title. So all fields are coming properly. We have to add this in the table, database table. Let's do that today. And then we're done for today for this React part. So we'll copy this from this one. And the same thing will be with this one, that it has to, you know, it has the ACL of, I can write, I can edit it, but people, only public can watch it, public can see it. Let me put this one here. Okay. Okay, let's close this one, all other now. Okay, I'll open this 01. Okay. It's not coming proper. Okay. Okay, let it be. Let's try the split one again. Here I'll open. Okay, let's open this one in this one. Okay. So in the handle submit, I'll start with the try catch block. And the catch block is here. So if I have the error that is in the catch block, I console the error, I set loading equal to false, and I put the error message. And if it is in the try, I'll first make the loading equal to 2, and then I'll make error equal to null. So initially the error will be null. I'll get the logged in user. So this is my logged in user, and I'll create this post variable where I will be posting it. Then there will be ACL, that write access to the user only who is logged in, and public access. So though, if you see, this is the ACL, post set ACL. So see, you will see that set write access is given to the user who is logged in. But what if you want to delete it? Because you won't be able to delete it, though, even though you are the site creator, unless you go to the table and delete it. You have to go to the database and delete it if you want to really delete it, because from the user interface, you won't be able to delete it because you don't have the permission. So user might have created, many users might have created here, so you cannot delete it from this page. You have to go to the database and delete it. But if you want to build something like this in this page so that admin can also delete it, so there are two ways. Either you create the role of admin and allow this post to be deleted by that admin, or you can build a separate application in the Node.js, and you can use the master key to delete it. So if you have the master key, you can delete irrespective of what who has created it. So the master key is used. So this database is generally, either you go into database and delete it, or you can use the master key to delete it. So either way you can use to do that one. Okay, so we have the ACL right now. So from the front end, no one will be able to delete it or edit it except this user who has created it. Then we have to set the values. So one is the content. We don't have content, so we have title. Okay, let's finish this and then I'll go on adding using it. So next is the user. So here I'll use the title. I'll use the user. Let me use the location part. Okay, let's close this one. Okay, so I have the title and I'll copy paste it to multiple times. Next will be the description. Next will be the location. Is there categories? Let's put the categories. Next will be the event start date. Next will be the event end date. Next will be the contact details. And next will be the type, text, and the last one will be note type. So I did all the fields. Let me see one more thing. So after I add whole thing, and I have to use save and loading equal to false and push to home page. So same thing, I will save it, then I will set loading equal to false. Let's set and set, and then history will be to push to the home page. And I need the props here. Okay, so that I can push it to the home page. Okay, so this one is something done with the submission part. So regarding the role, you said the role of admin, which I told you the role of admin. We have to create the role of admin. This is the role part. So we will be doing this role part in few days. Then you will know how to use the role for this. Okay, so right now I'm not touching it because let's do few projects and you will be comfortable with few projects, and then we'll go with the role part also. Okay, so this is all about the page. Now let's add it again. Let's see if we can add something. I'm just putting test for now. I'm not changing this one. Let's add few of the categories. Start date is Friday, end date is 18th, contact details, and I'll put some tags. I'll submit it. It goes to home page, and now let's refresh it. So we have the project notes, and I can see contact detail, location, ACL, user who has created it, updated date, start date is 4th December, end date is 18th December, note type events, title is test, tags, category is array, and this is the description. Okay, so this is all about the addition, and we'll continue with this tomorrow. Let's go with the object-oriented part, which we did on that day, and we'll do more on it. Okay, so add part is done, though validation is remaining, which I will add in few days. So when I will build edit page, I will use this same form and try to edit that one. So I will not create two forms. I will be creating only one form. Okay, so only the thing is that when I try to edit it, maybe I can create another page, because there is this map kind of thing which I don't want in edit one. As you said, if I put edit part in the map, then it causes the slowness in the map kind of thing, which I don't want it. So for the map one, we can ask user to override the new location if they want to change the location. Otherwise, all things we can edit it clearly. Only this map part we will not edit. We'll ask user to overwrite it with something new one. So for that, I'll create another edit page rather than using this one. Otherwise, I have to put a lot of if-else condition in this one to manipulate it. Okay, so that's for now. Let's do the. So last time in the object-oriented, I have shown you this one called as what I showed you. Let's see. Okay, so we did instance of operator last time. I created this object from this function. So I can say A is the instance of this function. and O is not the instance of this function A. So we did last time this one. Now next topic in this is functions that return objects. The topic is functions that return objects. Generally, I create the function A and I use the new operator to create the object. Okay, so this is the way to create the object. Now, how to create object using the normal function? So if I have the normal function, so if I want to create the function without the new operator, right now if call the A, it will not create the object unless I put the new one. But if I want to create new object by calling the A function, we can do in one particular way. So to create the object, we use constructor function and the new operator to create the object. Okay, so this is the part we already did. We know that one. You can also use normal functions to create the object without using the new operator. So how to do that? So I create a function, for example, F or B, and then I'll return the object. So when I return the object, this object, if I create a variable with the B function, I will get this object and then that variable will be the object. So for example, if I say B equal to B, though I am not using the new operator, but since the return value is object, so B will be object. So now here what we are doing, we are calling the function and creating the object, which previously we were doing by using the new operator. But here we are doing same thing without a new operator by returning the object. So let's try to do it on the browser. I create a function, then I call var B equal to B, and then I say B, it is an object. I can say B dot X, it is 1, or B dot Y, it is 2. And if I say B dot constructor, it is the object, and this object is the main constructor because all objects are created from this object. So if I create var C equal to like this, C is since I did not use the constructor function, so C dot constructor will be the object. So now what will happen? Let's empty this one. Let's create another one. Function C. I will say function C has the value this dot A equal to 1. Inside C, we have this dot A equal to 1. Now if I create var c equal to new c, and if I say c dot a, I am getting the value of 1 because this will be now referred to this c object, and if I say c dot a, it will be the 1. So it is not, this is referring to the object c. Okay, so this is referring to the object c, and when I say this dot a, it will refer to whatever value we have inside it. So if I say c dot a, so it will show this value. Now what will happen if I do something different, function d? So here I am doing something different. So I will say this dot a equal to 1, and then I'll return the object, and I'll say b equal to 2 in this object. Okay, so I have the function where I am saying this dot a equal to 1, and I am returning object b equal to 2. Now if I create var d equal to new d, and instead of calling only the function, I am using the new keyword, and I am using the new keyword for the d1. So I press enter. Now what will happen? Check here. So if I say d dot a, generally if you see that previous one, when I created c, I was saying this dot a equal to 1, and when I was saying c dot a, I was getting one value. But now if I say d dot a, I'm getting undefined because this line doesn't exist for the d, because I'm returning the object. When I'm returning the object, then this part will be considered inside the d, not this part. So now I can say d dot b, I'm getting the value of 2. Okay, so this is a special case when I return the object, then it will not take this in the object, it will only take this part in the object. So this is the only change which we do when we have return as object. Otherwise, if we don't return as object like this in the a, or here if I say this dot a equal to 1, so here I'm not returning the object. So this dot a will be referred to this a, and 1 will be returned. But in this case, I am returning the object. In this case, this dot a will be gone. It cannot be used. We can only use this part. So here, if I say var d equal to new d dot a, this will be undefined. But d dot b will give something value of 2. Now what happened here? Instead of returning the object this, so instead of this, which contains the property a, so this is the property which contains a. So instead of returning object this, which contains this property, that is the a, the constructor returned another object. So since we return this another object that contains the property b, and this property is b. So instead of using this one, we are getting this part. So this is gone. This is not used here because we are returning the object. This is possible only if return value is an object. So this return value is object. That's the reason this part is gone. and this D variable is now using this part because the return value is object. Otherwise, if you try to return anything that is not an object, the constructor will proceed with its usual behavior and return this. So instead of only because this return part is object, that's why this part is gone. A variable is gone in the air, and we cannot use A part anytime in this future because this return part is object. Only in case of object this behavior works. But if we write E function and instead of return object, if I return 2, that is the non-object, anything, then if I create var E equal to E, new E, here I'm not returning the object, I'm returning the 2, and in this case E dot A will exist because only if I return object, then this part will be gone and we have to consider the new object. Otherwise, if we return anything which is not object, then this one will be persisted. So that's the change which we have done it. Okay, so this is the topic which we are saying, functions that return objects. If the return is object, then the new object is overtaken. Otherwise it is not overtaken. Otherwise I can use this property. Okay, so this is about the function that return object. So we did not get time to do the problem today. We'll do the problem tomorrow. There is every day we have to do one problem also, and since many days we have not done it, so we'll do the problems every day from tomorrow because these problems are very important for interview purpose also and for sharpening your mind. That's it for today. Any questions?